Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Robert Hollis Jr. here, and I just want to welcome everybody to the Life Mechanic University live Q&A. I just absolutely love doing these every single week just to get a chance to hear from everybody out there and also get a chance to directly answer any kind of questions that you guys might have and just provide as much support as we can. So before we get started here, I'm going to post a link right below this video on the event page of how you can jump on here and join live. And really, this is set up for a few different reasons. One is, for a place that everybody knows they can come and always get support. They can always get the answers to their questions. Regardless if you're new with the Life Mechanic University, you've been in for a while, or maybe just personal mentorship questions. Life Mechanic University is something that is always there to help you become a better you. And I love for people to jump on here every single week, and we can help in any way that we can. A second reason, and I think a very, very underused thing for these, is maybe you have somebody that's brand new. They're maybe not a pro yet with the system. They're on the fence. They have some questions. You can promote these and have them jump on live and directly get their answers to their questions to their answers directly from some of the top affiliates with the system. And of course, last but not least, and I'll go ahead and post on the event page, is to always be learning. I love the statement that the mother of all learning is repetition. You might not have questions right now, but guess what? You can jump on here and you can learn. You can hear some of the questions that you might have in the future and hear how we answer those and be involved and see how everybody's participating. So I went ahead and just posted the link below on this event page. You guys can go ahead and click and join us live and really ask us anything. I know there's a lot of cool, amazing new things happening with the system right now, and I'll share as much as I can, either A, as what I know, or B, what I can disclose, but I know that we just keep making the system better and better. When we first launched this, we used to have these things packed. We'd have them so full and people would be jumping on, and sometimes they'd last an hour and a half, even 2 hours, making sure that we provided support to everybody. And the more we go and the more leaders we find, the better that we're making the training and the flow of the system. It seems like these Q&As get smaller and smaller, and in my opinion, that's something great to me, because it just shows how valuable the system is. And, we say it, it's word for word, step by step on how to become a successful entrepreneur. So I see we don't have too many viewers right now, and that's okay. We have Scott Kloster that just jumped on. And like I said, these don't have to be directly just for the system or directly on things about the training. It could just be personal questions on mentorship and anything else. So with that said, before I have Mr. Scott Kloster jump on here, go ahead and promote this link, guys. If you guys have anybody brand new, have anybody that's been with the system for a while that hasn't had success yet, go ahead and say, listen, jump on. Robert Hollis Jr. is doing a live Q&A and jump on there. So with that said, I'll go ahead and get Scott Kloster. How you doing, my friend?
If I was doing any better, there'd be 20 of me.
I don't think our servers could handle 20 of Scott Klosters, but that would be an awesome thought.
Man, that would be awesome. But so you're doing pretty good today, Junior?
I am doing blessed and highly favored, even better now that you're on here, brother. Thanks for jumping on, my friend.
No problem. So I was we've been seeing these characters from your dad at the Life Mechanics. What would be so far that you've seen your best character that you liked, and why?
My favorite character that I've seen, it's funny because I feel like as he progresses with the Life Mechanic events, he's getting better and better. The professor that we created live for everybody, if you guys haven't seen that, go watch that, was just absolutely amazing. But I still, and just because of the principles behind it, still one of my favorite ones is the farmer. And why is because, I really think that people just don't understand, what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. You always got to be farming. You've always got to be planting seeds. And, I run into this problem all the time, and I know, Scott, you're one of the best farmers out there, but people will go, well, listen, I talked to a few people, and oh my gosh, I got this amazing woman, Shirley, that's interested, and I also got this amazing guy named Scott that's interested. So what I'm going to do now is just hang out and wait for them to make a decision. You know, I really think that, you know, and I've said it on some of our shows, is that there's really nothing special of Robert Hollis Jr. You know, I think the only thing that I have that's special, that's holding anybody back from making the income and the lifestyle that I have that you don't, is two things. One is I just have the ability to get jacked up and excited. I can put myself in a state of mind that I'm just flat out jacked up, I'm excited, and I have faith in the future of what this, you know, system can provide for us. And the second is I just talk to more people. You know, if somebody's on the fence, and I say it all the time, we'll teach you a lot of amazing, great things here at Life Mechanic University, but being a salesman and a closer is not one of them. Scott, we've been friends for a long time. I'm not very good of a closer, am I?
No.
So it's like, Scott's really interested. He wants to get started. Awesome. Here's the link. Scott hasn't signed up yet. Well, maybe I should talk to another 20, 30 people today. And I really think with the farmer that my dad's character really shows, you know, if you look at any other profession, and especially being a farmer, it's planting as many seeds as fast as you can every day. And the ones that grow, nurturing them and taking care of them. And I really wish people understood that. You know, because I see a lot of people, and I know, Scott, we've dealt with this a lot together, and you've grown a lot. It's like, listen, man, I got somebody to sign up. It's so awesome. Look, that's a rock. I know. But if I love on this rock enough, and if I give it enough attention, if I rub it enough, I think it'll become a diamond one day. Instead of going, listen, you know, not to say a rock couldn't turn into a diamond, because I did. I was worse than a rock. I was like a hunk of dirt. But, you know, you got to consistently go out and find new diamonds every single day.
Exactly. I agree with you. The farmer is was a good character, and, you know, you just got to keep planting those seeds and keep planting those seeds, and not keep trying to milk your people, and keep whipping them, you know, because it's not going to work. You just got to keep going, finding people that want to play basketball.
Bingo, bingo. So, if you don't mind, since we don't have that many people that's jumped on yet, what's your favorite character and why?
The hockey player. I don't think, have you seen that one yet?
I haven't. Sorry, I muted myself. I haven't seen it all the way yet, but I understand the concept. But I'd love for you to share.
I mean, you gotta pretty much. I liked it because you gotta find people, and you have to find and help them. It's not really about you at all. So I really learned, like, you really gotta talk with your people and find out what they want, so that it's gonna help you in the long run anyway. So I really connected with the hockey player a lot. So.
Awesome, brother. Well, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing. And, you know, maybe just a quick shameless plug. Is there a difference between going and seeing Bill Ebert and Dad live versus just watching the mentorship shows?
You already know the answer to that one. Yeah, you got to definitely go, because it's a lot different. And you really can connect a lot better to them when you're there. So I really enjoy going to the events rather than just watching it on a Google Hangout, you know?
Definitely, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Scott. We really appreciate you, and I know you're a rock star, and appreciate all the value you bring to the table, man. So thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, man. I'm going to jump off, but I'm going to try to get people to get on, because I'm on my cell phone, so it's a little difficult to, but I'll invite some people too. So
awesome. Right. Thank you so much, brother.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So the next person that jumped on was Shirley. I see actually Jamie in the background there too. I didn't see you before. How you guys doing?
Hey, how you going, Junior?
Yeah, rip a dime.
Awesome, man. I have an amazing day. Thank you guys so much for jumping on.
You're welcome. I actually was being a sticky beat because I've been so busy being mum that I'm catching up. I'm playing catch up, and there's so much exciting stuff happening. There's so much exciting stuff happening, but I was hoping somebody might ask about the brand name change and where we're heading with that. I did have a question, but you answered it when you were talking to Scott, and my question was going to be, when people are just spectating or they're fence sitting, what is it that makes people do that, and I kind of think it's just readiness, but what is it that we can do differently so that they can stop being a fence sitter?
Great question. And it's funny because I just talked to somebody about this today, and you just really never know where somebody is at their life. Because he was getting upset because somebody basically went through all the information, and he got them on a Google Hangout with me, and they were gung-ho. I mean, they were excited. They were ready to get started. They couldn't wait to go through all the information. And now it's been a week and a half, and not only did they haven't signed up, but they haven't returned any of the phone calls. And you really just don't know where somebody is at their life. It could be a lot of different reasons. It could be, stuff with their family. It could be personal issues. It could be they don't have the money right now, and they're waiting for Friday for payday, and they don't want to admit that they don't have an extra $100 in their account. So with all that taken in consideration, there's the two things that I would really strongly advise for people that are fence sitters, because my father did a great Periscope the other day on following up. And sometimes, if Shirley said, well, yeah, I'm really interested, but I'm waiting to get started, what I do is I call her every day. Well, hey, you ready to get started? Hey, are you ready to get started? Hey, are you ready to get started? Well, a couple things happens. One is now you're almost like bugging them and kind of turning them off. And like I said with Scott, I'm not a salesperson, but the only sales technique that I use, and I don't do it on purpose, is fear loss. Meaning that, I would love for you to work with us, Shirley, and I would love for you to get started, but I'm going to do this with or without you. And when you have that mentality, people want to work with people like that a lot more than the person that's a pesterer or a bugger. So how would you, in my opinion, get somebody off the fence? Simple things like these Q&As. Being able to provide value in the relationships. Oh my gosh, Shirley, listen, did you hear Robert Hollis's Periscope today? It was amazing. Check out this video. It really helped me, and this is why. Oh, I can't believe, Junior's doing a Q&A tonight. You should jump on and meet him, and the rest of the family. So it's what we call is just dripping on them, whether it's, sending them, day one of the pro mentorship in the back office, or one of the trainings, or my father's Periscope, or, just continuing to get them plugged in. Because honestly, there's people that gone in the witness protection program, that I never thought was going to sign up, and I continue to drip on them, and a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, they contacted me and said, listen, I'm so sorry, I had personal stuff going on, I have been watching the videos you're sending me, and now's the right time for me to get started. But just like I said with Scott, don't ever bank on the tire kickers or the fence sitters. My opinion, when somebody says, great, I got like 6 people on the fence, they're ready to get started, awesome, you did what you could to get them there, and now it's up to them to make the decision. Now your job, if you want to make a full-time income, is to go get more 6 fence sitters. Because eventually the fence is going to get full, and some people are going to start falling off. Either one way or the other, right? So hopefully that kind of helped you out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Junior. That did. So I'm still going to sticky beak, but if we get full, I'll jump up and watch.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. And yeah, for people that are brand new that haven't been up to date with everything, there's a lot of new changes going on right now. Some of them I can't even disclose, and others I'm still learning about. But the big one, and it's funny, today I had to, change it, with us, the name being changed. So Life Mechanic University. And really, for new people that are watching this, all that really is rebranding. If you look at all the Fortune 500 companies, billion-dollar companies, what a lot of companies do is rebrand themselves. And at the end of the day, it kind of goes seamless to not only my father's dad and Bill Eber's live events with Life Mechanics, But also one of the biggest reasons for the changes is, we all probably understand how much value we provide with unlimited profits, how much training and support that we provide. And a lot of people, and whether it's right or wrong, I consider it wrong, but guess what? We all do it, is some people make a judgment on things within a split second. So regardless if it's the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you act, or the name of your company. So when you're trying to provide value for somebody and saying it's unlimited profits, a lot of people are just going, oh, so it's an opportunity. It's a money-making program. No, it's more than that. If you say Life Mechanic University, what's that? Yeah, it's how to fix your life. Oh, like normal universities, so I'm going to learn stuff? I'm going to become a better person? Yeah. So we decided that probably the biggest change is rebranding it and starting to call it Life Mechanic University, or what we'll probably say is LMU, right? Life as short. So so for those of you that haven't heard that news, it was announced on the last Pro show. So if you haven't got a chance to watch that, I'd strongly suggest going back there because you can see a little bit more in the psychology of why we changed it. So thank you so much, Shirley, for bringing that up. I'm sure a lot of people that weren't on that Pro show went, what? LMU live Q&A? What happened to UP? So, so thank you so much, Shirley. And Jamie, you got any questions? Good? Can't see your little off screen. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, so I'm pretty good, mate. We should have a bit of a surprise for you in the next day or so.
This is a question.
Yeah, so the question is, we just got to help those people, really. Sorry, mate. It's not a question.
No, hey, well, you guys already know I love, because you guys aren't afraid of it, and anybody watching this live or the recording, I say it all the time, is, I'm not a babysitter or a cheerleader. Jamie and Shirley, how many times have I called you guys or done a hangout and said, why aren't you guys putting me on more hangouts, and you can do it, woo! So you guys, everybody saw the 0. How many times have you guys reached out to me for support or for a hangout and I wasn't available for you? 0. So yeah, and so with that said, you guys already know I'm there to support you fully, and for those of you watching this that don't believe it when I say it, I can't help you unless you ask for help. So please utilize me, utilize the system and your upline. I'm here for you guys. So I kind of know where you guys are going with that, and I can't wait to be slammed with hangouts and meeting all the new people for you guys. So thank you guys so much. Awesome. So next person I want to bring on is Melody. It looks like you're in the car. Hopefully you're not driving there, sweetie. Are you there, Melody?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I figured out how to use technology on my phone. That's awesome.
Did you finally
Okay, yeah, no, I pulled over. No, I didn't, but I'll talk to you about that.
That inside joke for people that don't know us.
I pulled over. We're actually going to celebrate Andy's birthday with him tonight.
Awesome.
Doug and I and Scott's going to be there, so we're real excited, but I couldn't miss this. I love hearing all the questions. I just want to give my feedback. I love Life Mechanic University. Oh, is that what I said? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the new name. I love the new brand. I think it's amazing, and I just like to be able to say where I learn what I learn. And I have learned so much from you and your father and Bill, and oh my gosh, the resources to us are amazing. You can hear me, but I think I keep freezing up here, so I'm not gonna go on. I just want to say I love you and love everybody on here. Keep asking those questions. Great Periscope from your dad today, and his Q&A today was amazing. But you're not going to get it.
Awesome, Melody. Well, thank you so much. I know you're cutting in and out there a little bit, but we can definitely get the gist of it and your excitement, enthusiasm. So thank you so much for jumping on, and please give Andy a big hug for me. I was going to call him after this Q&A, so I wish I was there with you guys, but I'll buy him dinner when I come out there next weekend.
Yep. We'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Melody. So cool. So the last person we have on here, and guys, it's your last chance to go ahead and promote this for the people that are watching us. You can jump on live, but we also have Jaime on here. How you doing, my friend?
How you doing, Junior?
Blessed and highly favored, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping on.
Yeah, I have a quick question. Not a question. Well, it's like, why is it important to brand yourself?
Why is it important to brand yourself? I think it's very huge, especially in the future if you want to be a professional marketer. And I guess it would be the same reason why it's huge to brand yourself in any other profession. See, you know, whether it's cars or televisions or haircut or even soda pop, you know, it's funny that I used to live in the South in Georgia, and down there, any kind of cola, you know, whether it's Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, whatever, they call it Coke. So if you can brand yourself,
exactly,
yeah, and have documentation, see, that's the other thing that as far as branding yourself is very important. You know, we say it all the time, is documentation beats conversation. So if you plan on using the internet in the future, you know, if somebody was going to say, wow, should I work with Jaime? And they researched your name and they couldn't find anything. Versus if they researched your name and found a bunch of positive videos, they found testimonials about you, then that immediately makes them feel more comfortable with working with you. Not only that,
so
but then,
it's
yeah, not only that, but more people will be able to find you. So hopefully that answered your question. Awesome, brother. I saw you got muted there. There's a bunch of background noise, but great question. You know, a lot of people feel like they got to wait to brand themselves, but, you know, I've been working on Cop the Dream for a long time, and, you know, if you do research on Robert Hollis Jr., you'll be able to find stuff about me, and you know, I still got a long ways to go. I know my father's like way ahead of the curve of doing so much stuff, but, you know, you're going to have to start eventually, so might as well start now. Yeah, best brand recognition. If somebody was ever going to say, you know, oh my gosh, you know, I want to learn how to be a professional. Oh my gosh, life mechanics. That you want that, you know, just like if you were going to say whatever, you know, soda pop. Oh my gosh, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Why would you go buy another brand? Because you never heard of them. There might be other better ones out there, but they branded themselves well enough, and that's why they're the best. So thank you so much, Jaime, for bringing that up. So Diane, how you doing? Thank you so much for jumping on.
Hi, Robert. How you doing?
Oh, blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much for jumping on with us.
My favorite statement. Robert, Scott just sent me told me to go pull up the link, and I was like, oh my God, they're on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything I can help you out with?
I'm trying to think. I was talking to Scott today about doing some connecting with people on Facebook again, and I just had a week of Thunder Beach, which I'm sure you don't know what that is. It's a motorcycle rally, kind of like your dad. Motorcycles are my favorite thing.
Awesome.
And you know, it's like you get away and then you come back and it's like you're doing it again, and just going out and, you know, doing the same thing, getting to know people, becoming friends with them, and doing that in the best way. And I think that's still what my goal is, and I've been working on it for 6 months. So it's not very long, but it sometimes seems forever.
Yeah, you know, the one thing about that is, you know, I really look at, you know, anything you do in your life is all about consistency and conditioning.
Yeah.
You know, so starting brand new, you know, is very hard because the thought of, oh my gosh, listen, you know, you got to talk to 20 new people a day and build a relationship with them on Facebook. When you first think about that, it's like, oh my gosh, it's almost overwhelming and intimidating. But
Right.
I look at it as just like anything else. If you right now said, listen, I want to get in better shape. So what I'm going to do every morning is go on a 2-mile walk. Whoa, that's commitment. That's 2 miles. How long is that? How long is it going to take me? Can I even walk 2 miles? Well, once you get used to it, then it's not a big deal. It's just a part of your daily life.
Right.
And the problem with it is that we all know it happens to every one of us, that now you go on vacation or you stop doing it. How much harder is it to start back up?
Oh, it's always harder.
It's almost like you just got started again. So,
Yep.
you know, I look at, you know, this profession is just like momentum, whether it's an airplane or a car. I always love using the example of a vehicle because, you know, think about you merging on the freeway in your car. And say the on-ramp is actually one that goes up because it's on a bridge. And next time anybody watching this, listen to your car. Going from first gear to fifth gear, sixth gear, whatever you have, the car's like, just to get up to, you know, 65, 70. And once you're 70 miles an hour, all of a sudden it kicks into overdrive, and the car's almost like idling, except you're doing 70 miles an hour, and now you can drive 300, 400, 500 miles on one tank.
Yep.
Now, the problem with doing that starting and stopping is I want you to mentally think about being on a busy freeway, everybody's driving 70, 80 miles an hour, and pull over to the shoulder of the road and stop the car to a dead stop.
Okay.
Now you got to get back on the freeway.
I knew you were going to say that.
So now it's like even harder because you're looking over and you're seeing all the cars fly by. And you're like, well, I can't just pull out. I got to get momentum first. And now you got to get the momentum on the side of the road instead of getting that on-ramp.
Right. Not easy thing to do.
Yeah, so I always tell people that consistency is the king. If you just stick with it, you know, other people that are great is, you know, Shirley and Jamie that's on here. You know, because they didn't have massive success when they first started, but they stayed consistent. And then they started getting success, and they became diamond, and they stayed consistent. And then they had diamonds underneath them, and they stayed consistent. And now when I talk to them, it's like, there's all these people about to join, and we got this person, and oh my gosh, what about this country? And it's like, you know, there's no difference other than they just stayed consistent for a longer period of time than others.
So that's what I need to do to stay consistent.
Yeah, would that be a pretty accurate statement on how your guys' business is going?
Yes.
So, you know, think about Shirley even in your mind for 1 second if you decided to stop everything altogether and take a month off. It's like starting over again. It's almost like the 6 months of hard work they put in to get to this point was just a waste. And I'm not saying not go on vacation or not, you know, take some time off, but, you know, just staying consistent because, you know, just like anybody else, to me, it's, you know, waking up. What I do in a morning before I take a shower is probably more than most people do on a daily basis. And I do it before I take a shower just because it's my routine. Okay. I get back to my messages. I wish people happy birthday. I do my thing. You know, I probably pique the interest of 10, 15 people before I jump in the shower in the morning.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. I was just doing it during the day. Maybe I should just make the goal and do it first thing in the morning before I do anything else.
There you go, because then anything else you're doing throughout the day is just added on plus to it.
Right, definitely. Because that's what I do is I stay good for a while, and then all of a sudden something happens and I change. It's so easy to change.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not just business. Like I said, it's the same thing of, you know, we're coming up to the New Year's. You know, is anybody on here ever started a diet or started working out or stretching or going to yoga and you started and then you stopped?
A few of us.
Yeah, if nobody raised their hand, you're lying. No. So it's not just business. It's the same with everything that we do in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, I'll keep coming. I keep coming back, so I'm still here.
Awesome. Well, thank
Yeah,
you so
good.
much. And you know, really look at, you know, the melodies and Scott's and myself, you know, we're really nothing special. All, like I said when we first started, we just got excited and stayed consistent. You know, I love what Tony Robbins says is that human nature, we always what's the word? Over evaluate or over anticipate what we can do in a year. But we under anticipate what we can do in 3, 4, 5 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because everybody thinks, oh my gosh, if I get in this thing and I go to work, man, I'm going to quit my job by the end of the year and I'm going to be making millions of dollars, and a year passes and you're not making that income. But you didn't think in your head, if I just stayed consistent and did this for 4 years, 5 years, you'll have more success and freedom than you know what to do with.
So lately, what I've been hearing is consistency is the thing to do, and the stop and start is not the thing to do, and I understand that totally. But doing the same thing every day, day after day, is consistent, and then it does take a while. It didn't happen overnight, so it does take a couple of years to get going and get things moving.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and one thing I always tell people, because a lot of people get discouraged in their 6 months, their first year. So if you want to hear Robert Hollis's junior story, I quit my job to work with my father full time. The mentor, the guru, the Yoda, top 40 people to make $1 million. Oh my gosh, if I just quit my job and work with my dad full time, I'm going to be rich. My first year, I think I made like $1,500, maybe $2,000 my first year.
Oh, goodness.
My second year, 10 grand. My third year, $196,000.
Now that's impressive.
See, but nobody wants to hear that.
Right. No, everybody wants to make it in 6 months.
Everybody wants to know, well, what am I doing wrong? What can I change? Can we do a game plan? Is there a shortcut? What's the best way? I've been in for 6 months and I've only made a couple $100. So obviously the system and what I'm doing is wrong. So can we do another game plan to fix this?
Right.
Because I really look at it this way. If you look at any other profession in the world, name any other job or profession that you can think of right now, Diane, that you can make over $10,000 a month.
I don't know any other one.
Well, lawyer, doctor,
Okay.
vet, all those things. So great. So yeah, I want to make a bunch of money being a lawyer. Well, you better go to school and spend, what, $100,000 in 4 years of your life to get educated?
Oh, a lot more than that. Hell.
But everybody wants to jump in Life Mechanic University, go through some videos and pique some people's interest on Facebook and make 10 grand a month within their first year.
Right.
A little different way of thinking about it, right?
Definitely, different way of looking at it. I mean, I knew from experience that was not gonna. I wouldn't be a millionaire in 6 months, but I know that it's consistent, and and I got lost a little bit along the way because my dad died and so on. But anyhow, other than the excuses, so I've made the commitment. I talked to Melody, I talked to Scott, and I'm just doing the things that they taught me from the beginning, going back to basics and doing the videos in the diamond and doing the pro videos and reading Robert's book again because I put it away, and listening to you guys again on the Hangouts and stuff like that. And so it has given me that foundation coming back to and building on it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I pray, and I'm sorry for your loss. And I always say that life just has a way of getting in the way.
It does.
If everything was perfect, we'd all have great relationships, happy families, be in immaculate shape, and all be rich.
There you go.
Unfortunately, life throws curveballs at us, so it's totally understandable. But at least, I guess I will give congratulations to you because you do know that you deserve more. You do know that you can be better, and you're not settling.
Right, I'm not. And I'm looking forward to the goal of what's what's going to be coming, and that's why I'm still here, because I know there's a better way.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you, and you know you can reach out to me for anything, right?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Diane, for jumping on here. I appreciate it.
See you later. Thanks, Robert.
Okay, see ya. God bless.
God bless.
So awesome. We also have one more person that jumped on. Rebecca, how are you doing? You gotta unmute yourself. It should be at the top of the screen. There you go. Oh, you did it for a second. You figured it out somehow. You were unmuted for like 2 seconds. If it's on your phone, I'm not sure, all phones are different, but you hit it somehow there. And if you can't figure it out, you can always type your question in as well. I wish we could unmute you on our end. You figured it out for a second there. Oh, all right. Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping on here to the live Q&A. I just want to thank everybody for jumping on here and providing content for these shows. I really appreciate it. And, you know, in closing, guys, I'm telling you, I've said it multiple times during this, is if I can do it, I know you guys can do it. I'm nothing special. I just got excited and stayed consistent and had faith that where we were going and the vehicle that I was in was going to get us there. So please, if you guys didn't get your any answers to your questions on this this show, you can always reach out to me on Facebook anytime. Reach out to me directly, and I would love to help and personally mentor you. So until next show, God bless. Tomorrow's the Pro Show, guys, so make sure you promote that, and we'll see you guys on the Pro Show. Thank you guys so much. Bye, guys.
Thanks a lot, Junior.
Hey, thank you, brother. Talk to you soon, man.
All right,
Thanks.
Thank you.